This is more fun than the R, right?
Exactly. I think my goal for 2025 would be one car at a time. I'm going to convert Stinakin to a JDM lover.
Not gonna happen. It has a soul, unlike these newer cars which are honestly electric hybrid bullshit. Soulless microwaves. This is the last performance car Mitsubishi ever made, and it's been a laundry list of boring cars ever since. So today we're here to see if this is interesting.
And by this, we mean a Evo X MR.
The Evolution lineup was something legendary from the early 90s to the late 2000s, after winning multiple rally championships throughout the years. Mitsubishi and Subaru ended up sweating half the JDM fan base to pick out one of the two brands, which led to a lifetime of brand loyalty. And this, the Evo X, was the last rally-bred sports car made by Mitsubishi. So, let's see if it's got what it takes to be one of the legends. Let's start with the exterior, shall we? Now, there's been a few Evos that are my favorite. I've got the Evo 9 and the Evo 6. Thing is, the front of this car doesn't look as aggressive as the Evo 9.
Yeah, that's true, because I feel like the Evo 9 had a bit more of an aggressive hood.
This is how I will explain it. The Evo 9 was more triangular shaped,
yeah,
and this is a more boxy shape at the front.
Yeah, even in the back.
Yeah, but then one thing I do love of this car is the fact that this hood is absolutely phenomenal. And this car, being the MR, got BBS wheels from the factory itself, but these are upgraded wheels which honestly suit this car better.
I'm going to straight away go and say it's a 9. Exterior for me is a 9.
Okay.
I mean, compared to its generation of its competitors like the STI or the Typre R, from the exterior, it is one of the best looking vehicles from its competitors, especially if you compare it to the STI. Now, my favorite generations would be the 3, the 6 and the 9.
The 6, 9?
Yeah.
Nice. I think at the front, it's not as aggressive, but then when you move back, it's one of the best looking cars out there. Thanks to these massively thick fenders, I think it's one of the best styled Evos out there.
One thing with the Evo is the rear spoiler was not my favorite thing.
Yeah.
Because you can buy this and put it on any other Lancer as well.
You can put a massive GT3 RS wing on a Toyota Corolla as well.
True, but they could have done something a bit, not basic. But I get it. They didn't want to overdo it like the Typre R. So,
when it comes to the exterior, the Evo X doesn't really look good as the past variants of the Evolution lineup. But what about the engine? The Evo X, one very common thing is the fact that most Evos, well, all Evos are 2-liter 4-cylinder turbos, and that's because of the rally guideline book. But this is the very first Evo to get a dual clutch transmission, so it's got a 6-speed dual clutch transmission. And back to the engine. Now, the stock engine produces 270 horsepower and 400 Newton meters, but then this is slightly tuned and it's pushing out close to 400 horsepower now, which is very, very fun. It's honestly hard to find a stock Evo these days.
Now, these would cost anywhere between 35,000 to 45,000. And for competitors, you had the Typre R, which you've tested so far, and the WRX STI. So, the Evo X got a racing pedigree engine which has been deemed reliable and fun. So far, the exterior and the engine has confirmed that this car is in fact a proper sports car. But now it's time to disappoint you. So, let's talk about the interior. First things first, the interior looks very, very basic. I mean, the driver's point of view is very, very similar to that of a basic Evo. Basic Lancer, sorry. But the very cool thing is, in order to shift gears, you have to pull this up and pull it back. The good thing about the interior is the fact that these seats are absolutely amazing. I mean, they are Recaro bucket seats, and honestly, they hold you in place. Even just sitting here, I feel just hugged. But the quality of the materials, pretty cheap plastic. One thing I do like is the fact that this gearbox looks very, very well done. It looks very high quality, and apart from that though, the interior looks a bit basic, but it's very spacious. The only thing is they could have put in a better steering wheel at least. But good news is there's so many aftermarket bits that you can put on the Evolution series, which makes it a bit cooler. And space at the back. Oh, not bad. Now, we filmed the Alfa Romeo's Giulia Quadrifoglio, but the Lancer Evolution X has much more space in here compared to that. Honestly, it's a good daily.
because the interior is nice, the exterior is nice. It's a automatic transmission. Car looks good. Honestly, great daily. Let's go for a drive in the Civic Type R. No, I'm kidding. Evo 10.
Now the owner advised us to fully send it to feel what it actually feels like, and that was nice. I'm not kidding. Like the turbo noise in this, it is so addictive and makes that kick go. But
this is nice. Oh my god. All-wheel drive. One thing I would say is this gearbox is hella responsive.
Yep.
Wow, honestly. I thought getting an Evo with an automatic gearbox is the wrong thing to do, but this is amazing, honestly. This is one of the most responsive gearboxes that I've seen on any car, even the Germans. Another thing is, this thing has so much grip around the corners. I mean, you can literally just throw this into a corner and the all-wheel drive system will honestly correct itself.
Yeah.
And acceleration, I never thought I'd say this. This is the best 4-cylinder car that I've driven. I think the Civic Type R was nice, but this is better. When it comes to driving, there's 4 main things that I look for. Acceleration, which is pretty insane on this car. Second thing, braking. Braking is pretty good on this car too. It's got Brembo brakes, and the brakes are honestly so good for this car. Third thing is the gearbox. Honestly, this is a 10 out of 10 gearbox for me. I think this is one of the most snappy dual clutches out there. And the last one is suspension. This is perfect.
Yeah,
it's like, not too stiff.
It's not too stiff. It's not too light like that you feel every nook and cranny on the road. And
it's not too comfortable, which is another nice thing.
And the best thing is these Recaro buckets is like they are.
Yes. Dude, how good are these seats?
Oh, it's.
Wow. Just.
You know, starting out this day, I was happy that it was an Evo because Evos are still one of my achievable dream cars.
I'll be honest, I wasn't that excited. Now that I'm driving this is the best thing ever.
True.
I see the JDM hype now.
Exactly.
This is nice. Honestly, I will say this confidently. Best Japanese car I've driven. And wow, this and the Civic Type R, 2 different leagues. This is so much better.
That's true, yeah.
It's so much better. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. I will say this. The M2 that we tested, the M2 Comp, was one of the most fun cars and one of the cars that I loved. And this is up there.
Yeah,
I love this, honestly. Wow.
Because like when you look at us testing out Huracans and Porsches R8s,
this is more fun than the R8.
Exactly, and those are vehicles that if we do achieve our goals that we see Throttle Talk achieving, that'll be vehicles we get. But these are vehicles. This is vehicles that's been in my list, and it's just pure enjoyment. I think my goal for 2025 would be 1 car at a time. I'm going to convert Stinnuk into a JDM lover.
Not going to happen. Might happen. I think this is. I'm already. I have concluded what I would rate this car. I think there's a cop. Hold on. Nah, not a cop. And the final thoughts, Kevin. You want to start?
I would have to give it a 10. For what it is, I'm giving it a 10. It is one of the best JDMs out there, and it's a childhood dream car of mine. It's a vehicle that I know I would buy one day and I would have it in my garage.
Yes. Honestly, I think 9 out of 10? No. Yes, 9 out of 10. Because I think 1 point lost for the basic interior.
Yeah.
The price of this, what, 35-45k? Between that you can get a very nice one. And I think value for money is on point for this car.
Yeah. It is, just like the Civic, it is a bad pair of bucks.
Yes.
It's not a bad vehicle to buy, it's not a bad investment. If you're a car lover, you can do mods that you want to do to it, so it's not bad.
And the thing is, driving this car is genuinely fun.
Yes.
It has a soul, unlike these newer cars which are honestly electric hybrid bullshit, soulless microwaves. But this has a soul. Oh my
Yeah,
god. And when we started the video I was like, is this gonna be interesting, because I wasn't really too excited about the video. But this is peak sports car. Wow. Why did they stop this? Honestly, most sports cars I think should have a manual gearbox, and I would get with a manual gearbox like the Typre R. But this Evo with a dual clutch is what I would get. I think this is the gearbox to go for, because it's so nice. It's so responsive.
Like driving this, like when Dirk said that the gearbox was responsive, I was like, okay, cool. But driving this now and actually driving it, the gearbox is
it's so smooth. It's so responsive.
Now, like people, like we, after driving the GT3, we say, oh, okay, the PDK system, one of the best systems out there.
The PDK and the Audi gearbox. What was it? The DSG. The DSG.
Yeah.
But this is better.
Is up there.
Yes,
I would say it would be better than the Audi gearbox.
100%. I think this car 9 out of 10 for you, to 10 out of 10. Honestly, if you had the money, highly recommend it. Buy one of these. I think this will go up in value with the dual clutch.
Yeah, and
even though it's not a manual, it's so worth it.
Yeah, and maybe comment down below which is your favorite.
Yes. Let us know which
STI or the Typre.
Let us know which Evo you want us to film next, and we'll find one. And see you guys in the next one.
Thank you. Like and subscribe.